Hello again. So, I was gonna do just one mission at a time, showing off some Omicrons, but honestly, I didn't feel like doing that, so we're gonna do a whole bunch of runs, because why not? Of course, I moved off my page. So, if you run the bot, the Wookiee bot that recommends missions for these, the two teams I'm going to use are not even listed here. I don't think it's up to date fully. So we have... I don't have Wookiees, sadly. One day I will. This is anti-light side or neutral. We're going to start with my Spectre team. So, these guys are modded to the nines. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're all modded to insanity. But, I will show off why I have this Omicron. And I don't know if it's the Spectre team in general, or if it's Huyang's Omicron that makes everything so crisp like butter. In Phase 1, it's literally all three skills back to back to back, and then the leader's dead. Super quick. Phase 2 similar. Phase 3 is pretty similar. So for his Omicron, dispel all ally debuffs and enemy buffs. That's huge. All light side allies recover 50% health and protection. Spectre allies recover an additional 50% health and protection. So no matter what you're at, full heal. Reduce all allied light side droids and Spectre's cooldowns by 1. So his cooldowns get reduced by 2. Everyone else's gets reduced by 1. If you use Chopper, his would get reduced by 2, but I don't imagine most people are using Chopper. Light side droids and Spectre allies gain 25% defense penetration, stacking for the rest of the battle and gain 20% turn meter. So that means by the time you use this 4 times, 100% of the enemy defense is gone. Huge. Now granted, they might have more than 100%, but it still works pretty quick. And I'm just going to show stats, in case anyone's curious. This is Ahsoka. Feel free to pause if you'd like. Ezra. Huyang. Padawan Sabine. And General Syndulla. So, yes, these guys are well modded, so it may not be the biggest example, but if you have Ahsoka, probably gonna have decent mods on her anyway as a GL. So, I personally start with Morai on Ezra. I feel like Ezra hits the hardest, or at least facilitates the hardest hits. And of course, Morai's Wisdom is extra speed, 10% less damage, reduced damage from percent health damage effects, which helps a lot. It's called Big Assist on whatever enemy, it really doesn't matter. And then Mousy Mouse. All the big AoE. Now everything has ability block. Then Sabine, fallback tactic, which is just going to shred everything. I lied, it's not going to shred it. Normally it does. So this is that Omicron. So now everybody has 25% defense penetration. Now we'll pass along the Morai again. use that exile to beef your turn meter. If you don't feel bad, you don't be afraid to use that to reset turns. Gonna give that to Sabine for the offense boost. And then just saving some cooldowns in the wave 2. Keep that Morai's Wisdom. Oh, Force Connection. And goodbye. Of course, remember, if you ever need it, you do have this really big heal button here. But honestly, with Huyang's full assist, you're never going to need it. By the time you reach this point, I mean, you probably could auto the entire thing. Truthfully. Once you get down to a couple left, you can definitely just auto. For sure. Easy win. Easy 340k. This is the other one. Now, I don't have all 3 on Jedi Cal on this account. My other 2 accounts I do. Well, actually, let me look. Nope, just a hair short. Nope, none I can buy yet. Okay. The one I don't have is Impetuous Assault, which is Impetuous Assault deals an additional 10% at the target's maximum health per Cal's Relic Amplifier level. After it's used, Jedi Cal ignores protection and all allies gain 300% of his base offense for the rest of the battle. Makes things very beefy. But not strictly necessary. The really big thing, most of you probably have Whirlwind Slam. This one, lots of heals, lots of health, lots of armor shred and stuns, which is a big deal. And the leader, the level 7 lead kind of sucks. Woo, 50% counter chance defense and offense. Whatever. But in territory battles, he's insane. At the start of battle, allies gain 100% max health and max protection. Just double straight up. And 300% of Cal's defense. And allies gain 25% turn meter and frenzy for 2 turns. Defeated enemies can't be revived. And stacks of Impetuous persist against encounters. That means once you reach your one shot, your next time, if you can go in with 30 stacks, you're going to have that right away. Most likely you're going to go in with 25. Do one of anything, you got your one shot back. The extra health, the extra defense is massive. The frenzy means you're going first and you're getting a lot of attacks off really quickly. So I'm going to come here. My other accounts, I also use Kyle Katarn, because Kyle is R7 and R8 over there. Have not gotten around to building that yet, but I will eventually. But it's not strictly necessary to do that. Sorry, my brain was lagging looking for Kashyyk and looking right over it. So this is kind of a general team for this that I could run. I'm going to show stats here real quick. I don't have insane speed on Jedi Cal, and this is modded the exact same way I do my Zepho mission. Obviously, the leader ability doesn't affect Zepho. I probably should have better mods on Jedi Knight Luke, but I don't. This one's modded well for the raid and assault battle. Same, modded well for the raid and the assault battle. And then Shakti, not modded well at all. So we got no purge, so I'm just going to drop the AoE. Get it started right away. Use AoE again. Full stuns. I always start with the armor shred to really start pushing stuff well. That makes a huge difference. Yeet. I don't know where I'm over here. His heals are annoying. I also think I just said that I have no stacks of purge for Kashyyk. You obviously don't get purge here. Okay. And really, by the time you get to your one shot, pretty much the whole first wave is dead. But the second wave, it does make insanely faster. And the regen is obnoxious. Yeet! His regen is worse, which is why I killed him. Yay, there we go. Phase 2. So you're going to notice, I just used Impetuous, and already 25 stacks of Impetuous Assault. So you not only do you get your one shot right away, but you have that extra 25% offense just ready to go. And you get your Frenzy back, because you're in a new encounter. So boom, right away, everything gets all their turn meter from the frenzies. Drop an armor shred across everybody. If I can click. It was kind of poor targeting, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill Mara, because she's healing very fast. Earlier I was kind of multitasking and not paying attention when I was preparing for this mission. Yeah, most of this is pretty straightforward. I save the Dispel here on Master, just to get around annoying taunts if they pop up. But I mean, you have Dispel, Dispel, Dispel. You really don't need to worry about it too much. What did I use last? Oh, Impetuous, right. And again, you could pretty easily auto here, but this is one. Once you get that Omicron on the Impetuous, the third, you probably could auto through that. I don't know that I would trust just doing full auto without it. Cookies. Show y'all everything while I'm here, why not? So, I believe this is the last Omicron. My dark side stuff, I'm not going to have much luck with. Haven's a bear. So, if you guys were looking specifically for Omicrons, that's it. This is going to be the easy missions. I am going to go through and do Tatooine missions. If you're interested in watching, want to see some new strategies, whatever. Well, just stick around. If not, please subscribe, like the video. And I don't know how much I'm going to be posting. I really should try to post more. And maybe I'll make it a habit of doing some GAC live streams or something. I don't know. We'll see. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, this is very decent odds I don't finish this one. That kind of happens in these ship battles. Sometimes. There's no Omicrons for ships, and God, I hope there never will be. Really? 99%. Oh, I needed that ult. That's alright. You win some, you lose some. No Wookiees, no Saw yet. Oh, easy peasy. Let's do Mando. Well, we're not going to Mando. Still easy, get 3. So I use Grogu as the second here. Feel like that works the best. Now with Paz Vizsla, when I get his Omicron, I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. He has a lot to do with revives, and I haven't quite figured out how that works yet. It's got to be intended for more than just this mission. But the good news is, this mission really is far easier. I forgot to show you what my stats were, but this mission is far easier than Zepho. So you always want to start off with second special on bow. I don't know why my armor shred didn't land. That's very unfortunate. The armor shred is very helpful here. Okay, that's what I thought, protection. Drop a little damage immunity over there. Drop a little cleanse. Normally, this goes a fair bit faster, but got very unlucky with that armor shred. Okay. Drop the spears. And get Bo-Katan back. Everything is very similar to the crate raid. Some people say they have really good luck with the bombs. I personally don't enjoy the bombs. I feel like they're slower. But of course, do what works for you. Experiment. Especially if your guild's not getting a Mandalore yet. There we go. Not that I need it now, but... See, pretty straightforward. Once you get the mechanics down, it's really not that bad. Knowing when to spear is the big thing. Every once in a while, you get really unlucky where he swallows and spits back to back and you don't even get a turn. That's obnoxious. Yep, that's him. This is Finnick. So, Malak, of course, usual Malak cheese, get you some speed. In this case, I could use Lord Vader and Haven, but it doesn't matter. I, at best, might get one wave, and every time I've done it, it's like, I think I've gotten 1 out of like 20 successful runs. So, I am personally... Where'd you go? Malgus, I tended to use a lot of tanks and beefy stuff. Goal is just live long enough for them to kill themselves. Add on extra damage over times. Always a nice start. Because they don't get dispelled. This is one you pretty much can auto. Fairly easily, fairly straightforward. Thinking about it, I probably should have run Darth Vader. I was going to be super efficient just to add more DOTs, but it doesn't matter. I've run this with no extra DOT support and been pretty consistently okay. It's just a lot slower. And there we go. Super easy clear. And then Jabba, of course. Auto basic. Doesn't matter who dies. Jabba won't. As long as yours is decently chunky, like mine is. Honestly, Jabba's amazing for TB. If you're looking for something to build, Jabba's great. All 3 of his missions are a cakewalk. You don't need good mods in Phase 1. You literally put it in, press auto. In Phase 2, again, literally anything. Auto basic. Let him build the ult things away. His mission takes forever doing it that way. But it is doable that way. And I do it even on this big 13 mil account. And then, of course, this one. Super quick. Honestly, it would probably be faster going in solo. But you can't. So. I do manually target Hondo, just because he has some regen stuff going. To get him a little further down, a little quicker. There you go. Super easy. This is probably the freest mission out of all the TVs. And then this one. 2 main options. They recommend using Quadme here, Queen Amidala. I have also had great success with just CLS. And Captain Rex works as my 5th. I've used it on 3 accounts now. Works fine. So, while we're going through this, because it's all going to be fairly straightforward, there isn't a whole lot to explain. When you are looking at doing the light side stuff, you do have a lot of options. My Rebel Leia Organa GL worked just fine on another account over there. Again, I did use Jedi Cal Lead on accounts far, far worse modded, and did just fine. So you really do have options for your light side stuff. I feel like light side is the easier out of all of them, because it just choose through them. There's so many good options. Wait on that. It doesn't really matter, but I do like to try and control the situation and keep stuns up. And I do usually kind of bring things down somewhat evenly, just so the DOTs kill them a little bit faster. And it makes the mission go a little faster. You need a 3rd. Although in this case, I don't think they're actually going to get a turn for it to matter. Which is fine. Thankfully, 3-starring missions don't matter in TV. And of course, Executor. If you don't have Punishing One 7-star, I always just started with Xanadu Blood. The super standard tank start. I do feel like Punishing One helps a lot with the consistency. I'm also just now becoming aware that I probably needed some music or something, because this is a little long. I'll work on finding some royalty-free music that sounds Star Wars-y. If I continue to do this. Yeah, this mission, standard Executor battle. Nothing crazy. Don't even need to ult. And then I'm not doing Haven. If you haven't tried Haven, Haven sucks. Eventually, I'm gonna probably look at doing R8 Inquisitors. I'd probably do Marak, because Marak with the Omicron would make this super consistent, I think. And then, of course, GI and probably 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then probably either 5th or 8th. Whatever one does the armor shred spinning saw blade. I like him better. That's a ways to go. I'm just gonna grab one. Let's see. Officially, it says I can't do squat, so that's literally the R8s I had available. Granted, I could have saved some by doing more light side with Fennec and more light side with Jabba, probably, but ultimately it wouldn't matter. Downside is Bane's not as good because you can't specifically 2-man. But I'm gonna try it anyway, because why not? I can't actually use it yet. There's nothing to target. So, see how this does. Random wacky ass team. Because I'm curious. As you can see, I mean, SLKR is getting wrecked. Yeah. No. No. Brainworm's brutal. Granted, it probably wouldn't be so bad if we had operations done. I don't think we have any. If we might have one. But I don't have time to wait. Yeah. We had one. Not messing with that. So, that's what I have here. Am I... Yeah, this preload. Cool. So if you have any questions, I'm probably going to do a full every phase video next week, if I have time. Just to kind of showcase what I do. And I'll probably show this account and a smaller account, because my smaller accounts don't have crack mods. They don't have Ahsoka, none of that. Yeah, if there's any specific team comp you want to see, anything crazy in a mission, let me know. And I might be able to put it together for next time. For now, please like the video, subscribe if you'd like, if you want to keep seeing my stuff. My video quality is usually a lot better than this. I usually have intros and outros and music, and kind of getting back into it after years of taking a break. So we'll see where it ends up. No promises. For now, have a good one.